Yo, what up? It's your boy Trapp, and welcome back to I'm Not a Politician, but where we watching these political videos and giving our opinion. You know what I'm saying? So before I start on this video, you go ahead and hit subscribe, join the We the Family fam. And today we got how U.S. immigration policies could change once Trump takes office. So I guess we're about to learn, how immigration laws could change, policies could change. So, y'all know what the internet make it seem like. The internet make it seem like as soon as Trump get in, they're just gonna start grabbing everybody that's not Americans and kicking them in their ass. You know what I'm saying? So I guess Buddy right here is finna educate us. And y'all can educate me because I'm gonna talk shit whether y'all like it or not. I realize that I talk different than a lot of people who into politics, and that's fine. But y'all be too upset, man.
Future here, but this you can be certain of. Starting Monday, after President-elect Trump is sworn in, immigration policy is going to noticeably change in this country. And I want to talk to one of our in-house experts about that, Camilo Montoya Galvez, who is one of the sharpest and best.
Bro, look at this nigga lying. That's not his, bro. They drew that shit on there. No, sir.
Experts about that, Camilo Montoya Galvez.
Come on, man. No, sir. That's painted, bro. I know paint when I see paint. That's painted or something, man. That shit don't look right, man. Cut your head, bro. Dye it. Bro, come on, bro. I don't know. It's something going on. Something's going on. Is his forehead tall or maybe I think that's up. That is what it is. Cause his hairline really, look at right below the hairline, it's red. It's red right here. It's red right there. His hairline need to come down. It's almost starting like the middle of his head here, and it's like right there when it should be like, lower. So, okay, it's real.
Galvez, who is one of the sharpest and best immigration reporters in Washington. All right.
Okay.
I want to start with some basics so the audience can walk along with it.
It was the lighting. From the side, it looked perfectly fine. It was the lighting. Apologies.
So I want to show the graphic we have, ladies and gentlemen, of ICE deportations over the many years. Obama administration, Trump administration, Biden administration. Please put that up. Okay, you can see in red, those are the Trump years. They were much higher. They were higher in aggregate in the Obama years. Right. They were very low, noticeably lower in the first 3 years of the Biden administration. Then this huge spike. So the last year of the Biden administration actually higher than any one year in the Trump administration.
10-year high, actually.
Yes, 10-year high. That's actually just a way to understand what this country has been doing under different administrations when it comes to deportation. What can we expect on Monday, Camille?
So, are they saying that Trump hasn't even deported? He hasn't deported more than Obama. And they saying one of the years Biden deported more than Trump did. I believe that's what they're saying.
Different administrations when it comes to deportation.
So let's see.
What can we expect on Monday, Camille, in terms of announcements, actions from this incoming administration?
Well, we should expect the incoming administration to move aggressively and quickly to reshape federal immigration and border policy, including by undoing many Biden administration immigration programs. That includes initiatives that currently allow migrants abroad to come here legally. That could mean scaling back the refugee admissions program, also ending Biden administration parole programs that basically allow people who have sponsors to fly into the U.S. legally to relieve pressure at the border. As an alternative to crossing the border illegally, the Biden administration set up these channels so people could come here in a safe, legal, and orderly way. But the Trump administration, the incoming administration, argues, just like Republicans do, that this is an overreach of federal immigration authority, that this is not allowed in the current law, and that these programs should be dismantled. The concern among advocates is that if you do that, then more people are going to start crossing.
You're going to pressurize the borders,
That's
either
right.
at ports of entry or in
Yes.
very dangerous places that are less thoroughly and aggressively patrolled by
So
Border
a
Patrol.
significant portion of this major is undoing Biden administration policy, but another significant portion is reinstating policies from the first Trump administration. That includes the so-called Remain in Mexico policy that essentially requires asylum applicants to await their asylum hearings on the other side of the border in Mexico instead of being released here into the U.S. under what Republicans denounce as catch and release. That would, of course, require diplomatic talks with the Mexican government
And cooperation
because they have to
never.
accept the returns of migrants. That also includes the reinstatement of something
What
called
you mean they have to
enforcement.
accept the returns of migrants? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Hearings on the other side of the border in Mexico instead of being released here into the U.S. under.
I ain't gonna lie, that do make sense. You know, wait on your hearing over there. So that if you deny it over there. You know, that kind of makes sense to me. You know, because I'm sitting here thinking as he's talking, I'm like picturing this, and I'm like, well, yeah, I guess if they release me to the U.S., I mean, I'll make a run for it. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to stay. But if they get denied before they even get here, and they released back over there, then they already home. They're not in the U.S. So I think that's a fantastic plan, actually. So.
What Republicans denounce as catch and release, that would, of course, require diplomatic talks with the Mexican government
And cooperation
because they have to
never.
accept the returns of migrants. That also includes the reinstatement of something called worksite enforcement. These are immigration arrests, immigration sweeps at work sites like poultry plants, factories that are hiring workers who are in the country illegally. That practice was discontinued under the Biden administration, which argued that these efforts should be concentrated on the employers who are exploiting undocumented laborers, not on the undocumented immigrant themselves. But the incoming border czar, Tom Homan, has been telling us, including 60 Minutes, that worksite enforcement will continue. So we should expect what advocates would call raids on work sites very early on. And we should also expect some sort of effort to try to undo what we know as birthright citizenship. This is a long-standing interpretation of the U.S. Constitution that affords children who are born here on American soil citizenship regardless and irrespective of who their parents are, whether they are in the country illegally. Right now, if someone who is here illegally has a child here, that child is a U.S. citizen. The incoming administration wants to reverse that 100%.
And Tom Homan has.
Oh my God. He said they want to make it to where if you're an illegal immigrant and you have a child, that child is an illegal immigrant. Right now, if you have a child, it's an American citizen because it was born on American soil. But he want to change it to if you're an illegal immigrant and you have a child, the child is an illegal immigrant also. Man, I don't know how to feel about that.
It's just cause more problems than it's obviously the people are exploiting it, but it can be worse. So
You feel like it could be worse?
yeah. By then changing it, it will be the other exploit will be worse. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know, there's lesser of two evils, I guess.
Man, y'all, I want to know what y'all think about that because is that kind of messed up though? I mean, the child can't help, you know, where they was born, and technically they was born over here. I mean, that's what.
Birthplace is very important.
Yeah,
We've established that to.
they was not born in Mexico, so I don't know, man. And then what do you do with the kids who's 6 and 7 years old, who's been over here the whole time? You know, the ones that when you go to the store, you see them translating the English to the cashier for the mom, you know, the mom or the parent, you know that person is illegal. You know what I mean? And the child be talking for him and, you know, speaking perfectly good English. But what do you do? Like, what do you do with those kids? Because you can't, it's no way you can send them to Mexico, bro. when they Americans, bro, they've been living as Americans. It's no way you can send them kids to Mexico, bro. That'd be so fucked up.
And you're stripping the right to be an American, so that's way worse.
Yeah, you're right. You is stripping the right to be an American. And I know the comments are going to flood over that. You know, y'all going to be upset over that, but I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. That one don't feel, you know.
I don't feel right.
Yeah, that one don't feel right. I don't know.
Said somewhat glibly, we don't believe necessarily in family separation. So if there's a deportation order for a relative who is undocumented and their children or other relatives are U.S. citizens, the way to solve that is they all have to leave.
The families can be deported together. That's what he has been saying. And that is something that could happen because, right?
No, that's just extreme, man. That's just extreme. I don't know. I know everything has been extreme, you know, with him telling Canada, be the 51st state, like, saying he gonna throw 25% tariffs if y'all don't do what I say, basically. You know what I mean? I know he's been extreme this whole time, but I don't know, man. This just don't. It's not like we're gonna look bad or something. Like, I don't know. It's not right. It's not right. Those kids do not deserve that. If you catch the ones that's here illegally, I just think we should just help them. You know, I think not help them. I don't like the way New York helped them with giving everybody $5,000 of food stamps if you was a legal immigrant and stuff. That was wild. But I mean, just deport the ones with criminal records. I just don't see the point. Look what that's gonna do to the economy. Because if you think all those Hispanics that's doing construction, that Americans are just lined up, because that's one thing that they keep saying is that they're taking the jobs from Americans. And it's like, bro, these niggas is not trying to work anyway. If you deport all of them, the economy is going to be affected, whether you think so or not. And it's going to be one of those things that you just didn't think about when you know how you do something and then you done thought about what could happen, but then something else happened and you didn't think about it. Or because you did this, what you thought was going to happen happened, but something else happened too because that happened. Like, I just feel like if they got a criminal record, deport them. If they don't, give them a year to get their citizenship. However the laws is, give them a year. You have to get and give them something that say the date they got told. You know, whether it's the card that they got to carry around, that if they get caught, that's say they okay, but it got a date on it. And if they don't get it within the year, then you have to go back, and they can go back on their own then with preparations. You know what I mean? They can prepare to go back then. So I don't think everybody should be deported. I definitely don't think. I think that's fucked up to do them kids like that, especially the ones that's already over here because their parents, you know, illegal. So that's what I really think.
Right now, according to one study, there are 4 million U.S. citizen children major who are living with at least one parent who is in the country illegally without legal status. And what Hellman is saying, because ICE does not have the authority to deport U.S. citizens, is that the children, or the parents rather, can opt to have their U.S. citizen children come with them to their home countries and self-deport essentially, as opposed to the parents being deported by themselves to their home countries and leaving their children here with a sponsor or in the foster care system. But of course, that raises the question of how these home countries actually integrate what are American citizens.
We have not heard the last of either these implementation issues or what defines family separation. Camila Montoya Galvez, always.
Y'all, it's unnecessary, man. I'm not gonna lie. This feels unnecessary. I believe this is unnecessary. I hate that this is happening. And I want to know what y'all think down in the comments. Do you feel it's necessary? You know, you feel like I feel. It's going to cause way more problems. Give them a year if they're legal. Deport the ones with criminal records. You heard the high ass percentage of ones that at least one parent in the household is illegal, and more than likely it's the man. The one that's earning the money, going out, doing these jobs. If you think it's gonna help them get jobs to Americans, motherfuckers don't want to work, bro. Americans are spoiled. Spoiled, man, and don't want to work. So it's gonna hurt the economy. Americans don't be wanting to learn those skills. Be wanting still happy about these fucking stimulus checks, bro. Them Mexicans is not studying that shit. They out here getting to it. Building shit, working, bro. Without complaining, showing up to work every time. The banks and shit getting built in 3 weeks. That's how you know shit can really be getting done around this hoe. Cause you see the ones with all the Mexicans on the site, it be 3 weeks. You be like, damn, when that bank get there? But when it ain't, when it's an American ran construction company, it take 3 months, 6 months to build your house and all of this shit, and you need more money for this, and the more wood that they thought they could get this much wood. It's always an issue. It's always an issue, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna affect the economy different. You know what I'm saying? Be a little fair about this. It don't have to be some fucking strong arm Debo shit all the time with us. God damn, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.